playing for sure.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Saturday to everybody out there. Welcome to the Chainmovers Podcast. As usual, I will be your host, Chad, and with me is my trusted co-host, Reed. Logging some weekend hours here. I was at the Wheatland game yesterday. We didn't get home till, I don't know, it was about 9:30 or 10 o'clock, so I didn't feel like ringing you up and telling you to come out here and do a show at 10 o'clock on a Friday night.
No, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Well, there's the simple solution to
and
that.
We did agree for a Saturday show 2 days ago, so.
Did we?
I think so. It was brought up anyway.
Sure, yeah.
It was brought up.
We were on the fence about a Friday night or a Saturday, and our last Saturday turned out pretty well, I thought. Went like an hour and a half and got some good streams on it, Reed.
I haven't, yeah. That's what I've been hearing. I haven't been looking on Facebook, though, so I don't even know.
Well, you got to stay plugged in.
Yep.
It's all about being plugged in, Reed.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing today? What are you doing after the show? Big plans? No plans? Pretty nice out there.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
Don't know. Up
Probably,
in the air.
Probably go home and maybe watch a baseball game. I got a couple baseball games today, I believe.
NLDS opens, or NLCS, sorry.
I should have looked at this before. I don't even know who's playing today.
NLCS opens today, and the Houston and Boston go again. I don't want to go too much into it, because that it will fit into our show, but it's game 2 today? Yeah.
Both games today.
Okay. Well, another good sporting day. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 19 degrees, if you can imagine
I also don't look at the weather much. I should.
Well, there's fuck all you can do about it, really. Yeah. So you just grin and bear it. That's all you can do. For those of you watching, you'll notice we don't have our nice logo up. We had some technical difficulties, hence our late start as well. But what are you going to do? Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. It's the way she goes, boys.
Technical difficulties are very real.
And annoying.
It's a real thing.
And annoying. They make my life an absolute nightmare. But
as
regardless,
per usual, we're going to start with football as per usual.
I think we have to.
Okay.
It's a model that has zero flaws in it. Side stories to start with, then we'll dive into the Thursday nighter. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Good idea, right?
I think so.
Let's start out then. Zach Ertz to Arizona. Ertz got traded for a no-name DB and a 5th-round pick to the Arizona Cardinals, which I would say has that's a good addition for the Cards. Ertz is a Pro Bowler. He had many good seasons in Philly, and a lot of those seasons he was really the only receiving option. Like, that dude, he can play. Thoughts on that? I know you're kind of an Eagle guy, so sad to see him go. Good move, bad move?
I don't know. I think he's potentially, I don't know, when you try to list your top 5 greatest Eagles of all time, how is he not in there?
Yeah? Who would you have in there? D-Jax, Donovan McNabb?
When they won the Super Bowl, I don't know, he had to have been there. He was either their MVP or 1B.
He was the guy. Yeah.
So he had a lot of spectacular seasons.
Who are your top 5 Eagles of all time? Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't know. I'd have to. I don't know. We'll come back to that. Probably McNabb's in there.
Yeah.
Ertz.
D-Jax.
Perhaps. Brian Dawkins is in there.
I was just going to say Dawkins. Absolute beauty. He'd lay a fucking hit on you.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the top 5 players for any team is quite the debate. I think you could debate that for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the team, I guess, but
I don't know how old Zach Ertz. I think he's 31 or 32.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
I believe he was drafted in 2013.
Okay.
He might not even be 30 yet.
8 years, yeah. Jeez, he should have some good mileage in him yet for another couple of years. Tight end's a hard position on the body, though. I mean, arguably they all are, but tight end, you're getting lit up. You're coming across the middle more often than not, and you're blocking the big boys. And
He's joining a squad though.
5-0 Cards.
Arizona's really good. I thought they were already maybe the best team in the league. Well, maybe not the best team, but they're a top 3 team already. So I don't know. Maybe they're top 2 now.
We'll see what happens after this weekend. I think the Cardinals will be sniffing their first loss, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Sticking with the Cardinals game, the Cards do play the Browns this weekend. Nick Chubb already ruled out for that game. That's a big loss to Cleveland. Chubb's been he's second in the league in rushing yards, I believe, this season.
Yeah.
Number 1, obviously, Derrick Henry.
The Browns are number 1 rushing team in the league.
Yeah, they run the ball a lot and they do it effectively. And Cliff Kingsbury, head coach of the Cardinals, also ruled out due to COVID. Him, the QB coach, and the OC maybe all ruled out. They were one positive test away from severe restrictions, whatever that means. So either they quit testing or nobody else came back with a positive test.
What happened last year with Denver? Do you remember last year with Denver when like 5 guys were tested positive?
I don't
or
think
all their
anything.
other quarterbacks
Yes.
tested positive.
Yeah, that's right.
And they had to start a wide receiver quarterback.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
This might have been round 2.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
That was funny.
That's right. They didn't have a quarterback on the roster that could go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about that. But yeah, that's gonna make things interesting. I don't think Kingsbury calls the plays there, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But something that simple can kind of throw your team out of whack too, right? You get on the same page.
That happened to that Browns coach in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Stefanski.
Yes, Stefanski.
And
Yeah,
they
he
ended
got
up
ruled
winning.
out. Yeah.
And they ended up winning that game without him.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. That's right. I like Stefanski as a coach. He's obviously doing the right things in Cleveland. Him and Baker seem to have...
I'm sorry, I'm getting you off topic.
Whatever.
We keep coming back to Cliff Kingsbury. Let's talk Cliff Kingsbury.
I don't like Cliff Kingsbury, so I'll talk about Stefanski. But yeah, he's been ruled out for that game. And CMC on the IR, not eligible to return till week 9. So that really opens up opportunities for Chuba Hubbard and that run game in Carolina. So, I mean, boy, I hope the kid can score a tutty here pretty soon. He's been the lead guy for 2 weeks now. And CMC obviously had a setback at practice because there was grumblings that he might be back this weekend. And now all of a sudden he's on the IR. So, yeah, he's obviously ruled out.
I don't know, what does this mean for Carolina? Can they survive without this guy?
Well, they come out 3-0, and they had him. And then they lost 2 in a row, and they didn't have CMC for either one of those games. And one of those games was to the Eagles.
Yeah.
So, can they survive? Yeah, as long as they don't have a very tough schedule coming up, I think they can. Who does Carolina have this week? Do you know?
I believe they play the Vikings.
I believe you're right. So I think that's a tough enough matchup as it is. You know what? I think the Panthers are pretenders more than anything. They come out hot, and I'm starting to see them for what they are, and that's an okay football team. Defense is good, but offense is still lacking. So
would you say that maybe we get a very true look at Sam Darnold and what he is all about now?
I would say so. Yeah, he doesn't... Well, not that he won't have a safety valve there. He'll still have Chuba, but... yeah, even against a team like the Vikings, they're going to need him to throw the ball. Or it could be a 17-10 game. Who knows, right? The Vikings aren't... They'll play that kind of game, or they'll open it up. So, it just depends on the game flow, but... Yeah, Sammy D, I don't know. I mean, he surprised everybody, I think, at the start of this season. And coming out 3-0, leading the league in rushing touchdowns, all those crazy stats that you never would have expected Sam Darnold to be the guy. But, yeah, we'll see. I don't think the Panthers are a playoff team. I don't think they're a real threat in the NFC, to be honest with you. But
I would have to agree with you now. they're obviously more of a factor with CMC there.
For sure. Yeah.
So with no McCaffrey, you got a couple of rookie running backs again. Unfortunately, that does matter.
It does. It really does.
DJ Moore's not going to carry you the whole year.
No.
And at this point, I don't know how you could realistically believe that Sam Darnold can carry you. I don't mind that. I like Carolina, but I actually hope they play well, but I just don't think they will.
No, I don't. I like them too. I mean, I have a Carolina jersey, but I was more of a Newton fan than anything. I was a big Cam Newton guy when in his glory days, But yeah, I don't think they're gonna make much noise. If you want me to be completely honest with you, so
You think perhaps they go out looking for a deal, find someone to trade for a running back right now?
possibly. Well, we talked about Gurley last show, Todd Gurley. He's not on anybody's roster right now. He's a free agent. Looked it up last night. Apparently, he was in discussions with Baltimore because Baltimore needed running back help. So maybe he could be a play there. I mean, he's a guy that's going to sign nothing but one-year deals going forward if he comes back to the league.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty widely known that he has knee issues and they're not going away. So, severe arthritis in his knees or something like that. So, sucks. Dude's 27 years old. Good thing he signed a monster deal before that stuff crept in because he's going to need that cash. So,
The only team I can think of is the Colts. They got 3 good running backs there.
Marlon Mack, maybe. They're talking about shipping him.
There's a couple teams who need a running back.
Yes, there is. More than one.
That's what I'll
Chiefs.
say. The Colts will trade one of their guys. Might not be Mack. It might be Hines.
True. Yeah, they ain't letting Taylor go, but Taylor's pretty good. He's their lead back. They're not going to trade him, and he's played well. So, any other side stories, Reed, before we get into the heart of the show?
I don't know I guess we got some Russell Wilson news too.
What's that?
Or his broken feet. He still has a broken finger.
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect it would heal in 1 week, but
He's out for a minimum of 4 weeks, I'm seeing.
they put him on the IR now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Did he have surgery?
I'm not sure, but Seattle's running back Chris Carson also injured, and he is going to the IR. So the Seahawks are down their quarterback and running back.
They need a running back too.
Is it at the point where Seattle just going to set up shop for the year?
I think so. We kind of talked about that. That might have been last show or the show before. I think this gives Seattle the opportunity to blow that team up, so to speak. Yeah, I don't think they're going to contend. Well, I'll go out on a limb here and say I know they're not going to contend with Geno Smith at quarterback. He looked good for the half of football he played, but I mean, you start playing against teams like the Rams and the Browns and the Cards, and it becomes a whole different ballgame. So we'll see. But I think that's probably what's going to happen is Seattle's going to demolish. Yeah, they might trade Lockett. They're going to keep Metcalf. That's going to happen. So they might trade Lockett. Might trade Chris Carson. Start getting rid of some of these guys with big contracts. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Lockett get shipped.
Seattle could just somehow...
And it could happen this year. So
if they could just somehow go 500 without Russell Wilson. If they could just go 2-2 or 2-3.
Yeah.
But even that, you're still... What are they right now? They're 2-3 right now.
They're 2-3 right now. Yeah.
If they can just go 500 without him, just stay in it. Wait till Russ is back.
Will they be in it by then, though?
They do have a bye week coming up, too. So one of the weeks that...
Oh, okay.
It's not like he misses 4 games. He
Okay.
misses 3 games and a bye.
But that's probably a best case scenario that he's back in 4 weeks, too, right? So, yeah, the Seahawks have...
Either way.
The Steelers this weekend.
Yep.
Then they got the Saints. Then they got the Jags. And then they got the Packers. So they should be able to win all 3 of those games. Or 3 out of the 4. I'm going to say they're going to lose to Green Bay.
Okay.
But if it goes longer, then they got the Cards, Washington, 49ers, Texans. Their schedule's actually relatively soft. But
what does How do the Seahawks win ball games right now? What do they do?
Well, I think you got to run the ball. You have to.
They have Penny there still.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
He had a couple of real good games last year.
Yeah.
They had another different guy too. I forget.
I think they have a guy with dreads. I can't remember though. Can't remember his name. Is his name Alex?
McKissick was
something
shipped
too?
out. I can't remember. There was
I don't know
another
either, but
Homer they have.
yeah, they got Travis Homer, Alex Collins.
Yeah.
He's there. It is Alex, and he does have dreads. So there you go. Rashad Penny. So I think running the ball is going to be key. It's going to be a real problem when you get against a team like in Arizona, though. And if you're chasing points, it's hard to run the ball. So
I think you gotta just give it to DK in the flat, let him run. Give it to Lockett in the flat, let him
a
run.
lot of underneath stuff. Yeah, that's going to be key. You don't want Geno stretching the field more than he has to. That's just opens you up to interceptions and turnovers are key, right?
Yeah, we'll see. I haven't seen a lot of Geno lately. See what he can do.
Nobody has. He's been in relative obscurity for the past 3-4 seasons. So
Cautiously optimistic about the Seahawks.
I really wish they could win that division. That would really help my parlay out, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, Geno's gonna have to win them 2 games here, I think, at least.
At least.
Or they're done.
And they should win 3 of those 4. But
Shall see.
we'll see.
Where the heck are we going next?
What else you got? You got some Giants injury news? Anything about Danny? Danny Dimes?
Daniel Jones was concussed last week, a little wobbly.
Yes. Took a little shot to the old dome there.
Yeah, that actually wasn't fun to watch that.
No.
But he is alright, he's supposed to play.
He should play?
Yeah, that's what they're saying, he's
Okay.
gonna play. But however, Saquon and Kenny Galladay are not playing.
Please.
Which may be the more important news, which it
Yeah.
probably is. Just, I don't know, feel for, I don't know, Giants got to figure something out at running back.
Yeah, I mean, Saquon is obviously talented enough. The dude just cannot stay healthy, though.
No.
But CMC's starting to fall apart a little bit, too. I mean, the only guy that gets that kind of workload that hasn't fallen apart is Derrick Henry. But he will at some point. Your body breaks down, right? And Derrick Henry carrying the ball 30, 35 times a weekend might be the recipe for the Titans to win, but it's not the recipe to keep Derrick Henry around for a long time. Your body breaks down. That's a hard position. And, yeah, I'd feel for Saquon, too. He's a young dude, right? Super talented. And he's not small. Like, the dude's built like a brick shithouse.
No. And what sucks, because I think this was your first real chance to see how good Daniel Jones is. He actually has a couple legit weapons with him this year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Evan Ingram's going to have to catch a bunch of balls. Hopefully Slayton and Sterling are back, or else they're totally hooped.
Yeah.
The Giants, who they play the Rams, they're not winning this game anyway.
They're not going to win that game. No, I find, if they win that game, I don't know what I'll do. I'll do something crazy, but I'm not going to put it out there yet. The Rams are going to crush them. But
that's all I got.
That's all
the
you got for...
Well, the Chiefs guys, Chris Jones and Ward, they're out again on the defensive side for the Chiefs.
Okay.
They were out last week. Starting cornerback, starting defensive tackle, I believe. Next man up.
That's all you can do, especially on the defensive side of the ball, right?
Pretty common problem, so.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if do those two guys necessarily make the difference between Chiefs being. Does it put them up a level?
Chris Jones is pretty good, but I think the Chiefs got bigger problems than missing those two guys.
Yeah.
And who's the other guy out?
Charvarius Ward.
He's a DB.
Yeah.
I mean, DBs are a dime a dozen. Good ones are rare, right? So, I mean, you don't hear much about that dude. He might be rock solid back there. I don't know, but
Josh Allen picked them apart on Sunday.
Destroyed them.
Man.
So I think the Chiefs got bigger problems, but we'll see. Should we jump into the Thursday nighter, Reed?
Yeah.
Thursday night recap. Bucks Eagles. This turned into an actual decent ball game. Bucks took it 28-22, which I don't think there was ever any doubt that they were going to win. Bucks 5-1, Eagles 2-4. Man, did you watch the game?
I did.
Did you watch when the Bucks go for it on 4th down at like the Eagles 45?
Yeah.
Why? Why did they do that?
Were they up 2 touchdowns at that point?
Yeah, it was 28-14.
And that was like 8 or 9 minutes left?
Yeah. That game was rigged from a betting perspective. I swear to God, man.
Would have you rather them punted it?
Yes. That's such horseshit. Why would they go for it?
Well, this is like, they needed like 5 yards too, right? Something like that?
Yeah, it was, you have 4th and 3 maybe?
Yeah,
and they're going for it just over midfield. At least it was in the Eagles' side of the field.
I don't know. That's a Bill Belichick move.
That spread was 7 and they won by 6. And the Eagles went for 2. So you can't tell me that there ain't something going on there. I was pissed off. Anyway.
But you must have bet on the Bucks to cover.
Well, of course. Fuck, they should have killed them.
You should have bet yeah. I don't know. I was looking at that game before and I was like, I don't know. I gotta stay away from this one.
And MGM had a bet out. Tom Brady plus or minus 1.5 yards rushing. Ran for 3. Took a knee. 1 rushing yard. Net 1.
That's funny.
That's unreal, man. This is bullshit. There needs to be a wide-blown investigation into the world of NFL gambling because there's something going on there, Reed. Pissed me off. Regardless, the show isn't about my gambling habits. Brady, 34 of 42, 297, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Leonard Fournette, 22 carries, 81 yards, and 2 touchdowns. AB, another dandy game.
Yeah.
9 receptions, 93 yards, and a touchdown.
This looks like the Antonio of old, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. And that dude was fired up after every reception he made.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Perhaps every single catch he
Every
makes.
catch. It could be for 2 yards or 40. It doesn't matter. He gets up and he's yelling and he's loving life again. So
that's good, I guess.
You love to see it. Dude was
maybe a little bit of a I don't know. What was he was with Pittsburgh and then he was with Oakland, didn't want to play with Oakland, right?
The Oakland saga didn't last long and neither did the Pats.
And that's right, I forgot about the Pats.
Yeah.
He was with the Pats and then
very briefly, yeah.
Bucks. Yeah.
But we talked about it the show you were gone actually, and no, I mean arguably, well, Tom Brady didn't write him off. Tom Brady could have saved that man's life. You know, AB was headed down a deep spiral, and he was in the news every 2 days for doing stupid shit. Yeah, now all of a sudden
that's true. He was under investigation.
Lost.
Investigation. For
yeah,
something.
And it didn't. He didn't care if he was under investigation, and he was doing something else, and you know, Tom. I think he lived with Tom for a bit when he first got to Tampa, and I don't know, maybe Tom tucked him in at night and cuddled with him a bit. I don't know, but
how did that even? Yeah, I don't know. Because how does he when Oakland cut him, he just became a free agent, right? Yes. They just told him to get the hell out.
Yeah.
And he became a free agent.
Remember he froze his foot?
Oh yeah.
Remember that whole thing? And then he said he couldn't play because he froze his foot in, I don't know, a cryo chamber, which they used to heal up or something.
Yeah.
And then he made up some other bullshit injury, and finally they're like, you know what? We're done.
See you later.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and then the Pats, he played a couple games.
But when he left Pittsburgh, did it cause his contract expire? Or did they release his contract must have expired, and he just became a free agent.
Well, maybe he was going to hold out or something. I don't know. I don't remember how that all shook out. He's been out of Pittsburgh for 4 or 5 years now, right? So
because the only reason how you can jump team to team like he has is if you're just a free agent all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
Because if you're under contract, they don't let you do that.
No, that's right. I don't remember how that happened, but
I forget.
Yeah.
Sure.
AB having a resurgence, looking good. We talked a little bit about AB on the holiday show, their Holiday Monday, And he's a perfect complement. I mean, Godwin and Evans are those big physical guys. AB, little dude, fast as hell still. And he fits right in there. And obviously him and Tom have a bit of a chemistry going there. That's his 4th touchdown in 3 games.
Can you think of a better trio that's ever played together, receiver-wise?
No. Well, no. I was going to say the 2000 Rams, greatest show on turf, or the 99 Rams, and Hakeem. Azahir Hakeem, was that his name? Yeah. Maybe. They were pretty good.
Yeah, but this is like a legit trio.
Godwin, I don't know, man. He's on my fantasy team, so I expect that's why he's shit in the bed.
A lot of mouths to feed.
Oh, God. He hasn't caught a touchdown in like a month.
Yeah. Regardless, though, you got to leave him in there.
Yeah, it's hard to sit him, especially when you don't have a better option. So,
yeah.
Jalen Hurts, 12 of 26, 115 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And he also had 2 rushing touchdowns. So,
but just can't get down to Tom Brady by that many points and expect to win a ball game.
No.
It's not going to happen. Like, you can't, even like any athlete, you got to start the game off hot. You can't fall behind. Patriots fell behind 28-3 in the Super Bowl, so it is possible. But any like long-standing, if you want to be serious contenders year in year out, you can't fall behind every game.
No,
you're not going to win.
No, it's pretty tough to come back literally every game. That being said, we've seen a lot of 14-point leads evaporate this season. But to continually do it is virtually impossible in the NFL.
Yeah, it's not a good habit to fall into.
It is not. Absolutely not. Bucks are 16-0 when up or tied at the half since 2020, including the playoffs. 4-6 when trailing.
What's
pretty impressive stat.
Obviously, they're first in the division right now.
Yeah, 5-1.
But what's New Orleans is second, I would think.
And Carolina.
They're tied, and then Atlanta's at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Tampa Bay's road to the playoffs. They probably have the easiest road to the playoffs of any team in the league.
Well, you could look at that AFC South. It's a pretty weak division. Colts division.
Perhaps the Bills.
Tennessee.
The Bills have an easy.
Yeah, their division's pretty bad now too. So,
sorry, I'll say the Bills would be the number one easiest road to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'll say
because they're so much better than every team in their division. It's scary. Yeah. But regardless, Bucks take that one. Let's dive in.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
What do the Eagles do to salvage any part of this season?
Sign Deshaun Watson.
Like, I think this lot puts them at 1-4, 1-5.
They are
2-4.
2-4.
2-4.
2-4. Yeah. In a division that's rapidly becoming out of reach for every team other than the Cowboys, of course. But
yeah, the Cowboys are 4-2.
5-1.
Are they 5-1?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. I guess they got.
No, sorry, they're 4-1 right now. This will be
to answer my own question. The Eagles are going to have to beat the Cowboys.
They're
When they play, the Eagles are going to have to win. If they don't, they won't make the playoffs.
I obviously watched this game, and I don't know. The Eagles, who's their best receiver? Devonta Smith, who's a rookie.
Yeah. Or even Goddard maybe.
Like, they don't have anything at receiver, and that's been a problem in Philly for quite a few years now. And so they drafted Devonta Smith. Obviously, they thought Hurts was the answer. I don't hate Jalen Hurts. I just don't think he's the answer. 12 of 26 for $115. Come on, that ain't gonna win you many games, and you can't keep running the ball. We've talked about mobile quarterbacks. You can do it for a little while, but your body will start to break down, and
it's not like Miles Sanders has really done his part to help the offense. Yeah,
he's been awful.
The Eagles' offense just isn't getting it done.
No, plain and simple. There's no flow to it. Doug Peterson's still the coach there?
No, he's gone.
They fired him?
The new guy's there, Nick Saviani.
Oh, yes.
Sirianni.
That's right, yeah.
So,
Nick might be on his way out the door, too. I don't know, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The Eagles organization, I don't know how much they like coaching turnovers either, but...
I don't know. I don't even think they'll go out and get a receiver. There's no point.
I think the biggest problem is their defense, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on there either, because it seems like every year they're down to like their 10th DB off the practice squad. You know, they just lose so many defensive backs, and they're so banged up on the defensive side of the ball that their Week 10 defense resembles nothing close to their Week 1 defense.
No.
So, I don't know, but Philly's got a lot of issues, and that's why they pay the coaches to figure them out. So, let's dive into a preview of some Sunday games, Reed, and then we'll get into our fantasy booms and busts. Everybody loves booms and busts. I get positive comments on it all the time.
Do you?
Yes.
All right, you lead the way. Where are we going?
Let's go Packers-Bears to kick things off. Okay. Packers 4-1, Bears 3-2. Huge divisional game, obviously. Packers win. They're in sole possession of first in the NFC North. Bears win. They're tied with Green Bay for first in the NFC North. Bears 6-point underdogs in this game. Thoughts? Where's it going to go? Who do you like?
Know.
Who do you like, Reed?
I'm happy that Chicago's figured this quarterback situation out.
Have they?
I think so. I think they're going to roll Fields now.
Until he starts to lose, yeah.
Yeah, I think, even if, is Andy Dalton still hurt? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I think Fields has the job now.
I don't think so, because last week was the game time decision by Nagy, right? When he's like, all three quarterbacks are in play. It was either last week or 2 weeks ago. So Andy Dalton's clearly healthy now, but
still they beat the Raiders last week. The Raiders are a decent team.
They only let him put up 9 points. It's 20
so who knows? I don't know if they can limit Aaron Rodgers to 9 points. Very unlikely.
I don't think that's going to happen. But
so I think Green Bay. I don't know. I'll say Green Bay wins because
I would take Green Bay as well.
Yeah.
Packers are going into Soldier Field, so. Not that.
But man, if Chicago can pull this one off, they got some momentum.
They'll turn some heads. Yep.
This will be a big one to win for Chicago.
Huge game. Divisional game.
This might actually be one to watch come tomorrow.
Well, I'm pretty sure it'll be on here because Lacey's a big Bears fan, so I might not have any other choice. But Chargers-Ravens. This, I think, is going to be a dandy. This was also my upset of the week. I took the Chargers to beat the Ravens. Both teams 4-1. Ravens 2.5-point favorites. Chargers heading into Baltimore. Lamar looked damn good last week against the Colts, and Justin Herbert's looked good for a while now. So, where are you going, Reed? Who do you like?
This is I don't know, dude. I don't know who to pick.
Whoever wins this game is going to gain a ton of credibility going forward.
Right now, I just don't know. I can't. Lamar Jackson looks so good that I don't know. I think Baltimore's a top 5 team in the league.
Well, 4-1.
Also, I gotta take Baltimore.
You'll take the Ravens.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah.
Lamar
looks fantastic. As does Mark Andrews and as does Marquise Brown.
Yeah, they all look good.
Their offense moves so fast.
Yes. Yeah. Mark Andrews isn't fast, but he's pretty sure-handed. Marquise Brown, though, and Lamar Jackson, those two guys are lightning quick.
No.
They don't even really need a running back from the looks of it. You just need some guy to leak down and pick up blitzes. That's all you need, is to hit a guy coming out of the backfield, right, on the odd play, and someone to pick up blitzes.
At some point, though, I think they'll probably dial down Lamar's. Like, they'll start calling, whoever calls plays in Baltimore.
Yeah.
They're going to start calling more passes because they can't expect Lamar to run like he does every single game.
But that's who he is, right?
I know, but you got to, like, kind of pump the brakes a little bit and say, hey, dude, like, stop running so much. You're going to get hurt.
You're going to get your head taken off one of these times.
Which we've seen it so many times. Joe Burrow last week was hit when he tried to run.
KO'd, I think. I think he was KO'd for a minute on the field.
Yeah. Who else? Somebody else. I don't know. Carson Wentz is notorious for getting hurt
up,
when he tries to run with it. But that is also true. That is who Lamar is, and that's what he does. So you can't really, in the sport of football, you just kind of let him go out there and do your thing, right?
Yeah. And I mean, you see the running quarterbacks a lot more at that university level, the high school level, all that stuff, because you're not paying the guy $100 million, right?
Yeah.
So they let the quarterbacks run. And I mean, you look at Lamar's tape from Louisville, he was ridiculous. Like, he was the entire offense for that Louisville team in his college years. He was absurd.
And he is throwing the ball better, too.
He is. Yeah. I think Lamar's a case of a guy that has so much arm strength, he overthrows his guys a lot. Or it's too high. Or he makes a 30-yard pass look so easy. He's got a ton of arm strength. So, no, I mean, a lot of NFL quarterbacks do, but I think he could be exceptional in that area. But I like the Chargers in this one. The Chargers are already a credible team to me. Them beating Cleveland last week was huge.
Yeah.
So they're not scared to get into a shootout if that's the way the Ravens want to go. I like the Chargers in that one. But it's pretty much flip a coin. So I think
also one to watch.
Yeah, that's going to be an excellent game. Let's slide over to the Vikings-Panthers, Reed. We kind of touched on it a little bit, but not a bunch. Vikings 2-3 go into Carolina. Panthers 3-2. Vikings 2.5-point favorites. I like the Vikes to cover in that one. I think they'll go into Carolina and beat them. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you.
I don't know what it is about the Vikes this year. I like them, but yeah, like I said at the top of the show, I think the Panthers are more pretender than they are contender.
Dalvin Cook is playing this week.
He will be back.
If Dalvin Cook is Dalvin Cook of old, then Minnesota shouldn't have any issues.
No, they should be okay. Yeah,
but it is in Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
So, frick, if Sam Darnold can pull this game off, it's a big win for Carolina.
Big game for both teams. I mean, if the Vikings lose and let's say the Bears win. Let's say the Bears beat the Packers. Then they're only 2 games back. But if Green Bay beats Chicago, now all of a sudden Minnesota's 3 games back, right? If they lose.
Yeah.
So, obviously a huge game. And the Panthers, I mean, tough with being in Tampa Bay's division. But, again, same story. They lose. They're now 3 games back of the Bucs too, right? So 2 games back, sorry. But yeah, I like the Vikings to go in there and cover, and that's where I'm at with that. Next game, Cards-Browns.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be a dandy. Cards 5-0. They take their 5-0 record into Paul Brown Stadium. Browns 3-2. Browns 3.5-point favorites in this one, Reed. Do you believe that?
No.
Against a 5-0 team?
Well, that might change now that Chubb's not playing.
Could have, yeah.
I would say it's probably more closer to even now, I'd say.
Has anyone had a tougher schedule than the Browns to open up their season?
I don't know.
They played the Chiefs week 1. Then they played the Texans. They played the Bears. They played the Vikings. They played the Chargers, and now they got the Cards. That's a pretty tough stint to open up your year. I don't know. I think that's a hard schedule.
Yeah, it's hard enough.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how. I'm taking the Cardinals to win this game.
Oh, I'm going to take the Browns.
Even with Chubb, I was like, I can't believe I still thought Arizona would be favored.
I thought so too, for sure. But Vegas must know something we don't. Yeah. So,
but now with no Chubb out, I don't know. If I was gonna bet, I don't know. This game might offer you the most value out of anyone.
It's going to be a good ball game, I think. Like we talked about, Cardinals are missing a few of their few of their coaching staff, and I don't think Zach Ertz is going to play in this game, considering he just played Thursday night. But wouldn't that be something? You get double the fantasy points this week. Plays in 2 different games.
Zach, that would be something.
That'd be
like
crazy.
Deion Sanders playing football game and a baseball game in the same day.
Imagine playing 2 NFL games in 4 days. 3
awesome.
days. Oh.
You think that's even legal?
Oh yeah, I would say so.
Apparently, Zach Ertz knew he was being traded even before that game.
Well, I mean, is that right?
Yeah.
So
but
he scored
played
a touchdown,
anyway,
which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the Cards let him play.
He won't play.
To be honest with you, no, he's not going to play this week. But
that'd be something if he did, though.
You only get 4 days rest when you play Sunday, and then you're on Thursday, right? So
yeah, he won't be playing.
No, he won't. But I like the Browns in that one. Reed likes the Cards. That's going to be a good ball game. Raiders Broncos. Reed. Raiders take their 3-2 record into Mile High to face the Broncos and their 3-2 record. Broncos 4-point favorites in this game.
Are they?
Yes. Raiders' first game since the Gruden drama unfolded. Mm-hmm. What do you think is going to happen? I like the Raiders to go in there and win. Denver's not a very good team.
I would bet the Raiders heavy on that line all day.
Yeah, all they have to do is not lose by more than 4.
I don't know what this probably doesn't pay. What does it pay? 1.9.
I don't know.
Probably.
I didn't check the money line, but
if it's 1.9, I'd take that all day.
Absolutely, yeah, and it'd probably be at least that with a 4-point spread. So, I like the Raiders to win that game. I cannot believe Denver was favored, but
Denver at home, they play well at home usually. Don't they? Melvin Gordon, I don't know. I don't know.
Didn't he get a DUI?
Yeah, but Melvin Gordon's a good running back.
Yeah.
So I know he's not. Him and that Williams are splitting touches right now, but
I'm surprised the Chargers let him go so easily. But he wanted big money, right? He wanted like a Todd Gurley type contract, and
they did want a lot of money,
and they said no thanks.
Yep.
So Eckler's a good back too. They ended up with a decent back. So
the only reason why maybe you don't bet the Raiders is because I think Melvin Gordon will play okay this week.
Yeah. I still don't think he's enough to carry him to a win.
No.
But I would be blown away if Denver not only won this game but covered. This
is an important game for Denver to win because they are in the same division, right?
They are.
And Vegas is 1 game up, I do believe.
They're tied right now, 3-2.
Are they tied?
Both have 3-2 records, yeah.
That's a big game.
And then the Chargers are 4-1, right?
Yeah. So the Chiefs are
2-3
in the basement.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's wild. This is going to be an interesting weekend for the Chiefs. We'll get to that, though. Seahawks Steelers, Reed. Seahawks, the Russell Wilson-less Seahawks head into Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Both teams 2-3. Steelers 5-point favorites in this game. And with good reason, I think. I think they will take care of business against Seattle at home. I think Big Ben is... The Seahawks have allowed 450 yards of offense to the opposing team for 4 weeks in a row. I don't think Pittsburgh's going to put up 450, but I think Pittsburgh's going to beat them.
Probably right.
What do you think, Reed?
With the Seahawks, I don't know. Lockett and Metcalf are still playing. I don't know.
But it's Geno back there, not Russ.
I don't know. I'm believing in Geno for some reason.
Crazier shit's happened, man.
I also like the Seahawks,
So give us your opinion. Who's going to win?
Pittsburgh's still going to win, though.
Yeah? Okay. That's probably the smart play. I might have called you a dummy if you thought the Seahawks were going to win, but I don't know. You never know what you're going to get with the Seahawks either.
Maybe they'll friggin' put Metcalf at running back.
Do you imagine trying to hit him? It'd be like trying to tackle Derrick Henry.
I doubt it.
He's faster than Derrick Henry, though. That might be a smart idea.
The Geno, yeah, I don't know. Homer's probably going to see some action. He seems to be the guy who...
They're passing down back, yeah.
The bulk of the action, too.
Yeah, for sure. And then Collins will take your first and second down work, and Homer will be your passing down back. But
Either way, I'm probably at the point where I gotta jump off the Seahawk train. I'll stay on it for one more week.
One more week. We'll see how Gino does. Yeah.
One more week.
You gotta see what Gino does and then go from there. Then reevaluate your strategy.
Yep. Where are we going now?
Bills Titans.
There's a lot of good games this week.
Bills go into Tennessee. Bills take their 4-1 record against the Titans 3-2 record. Bills only 6-point favorites in this game.
Yeah. This would be a tough one to bet. I might not bet this one.
I was expecting about 13.
Actually, I'm probably not going to bet at all this weekend.
What? Not at all?
The bank account's tight.
Not even a little 3-gamer? Little 3-game parlay?
No.
Just throw a buck down on it.
We'll see. I've been betting about $5 the weekend at the moment.
Just one more little parlay.
No.
You know that little voice in the back of your head saying, just one more parlay.
Yeah, me and him aren't friends anymore. He's gone.
We could turn $1 into $12, no. Reed.
He's not my friend anymore. We parted ways. Me and that guy.
Probably a smart decision.
Oh,
good
shit.
Lord, what do you got going on there?
Spilling water.
Put that water in that mug. It's spilling water all over. What's the matter with you?
I'll clean it up later.
And our last game, Texans Colts, which should be somewhat of a snooze fest, I think. Texans 1-4, Colts 1-4. Colts 10.5-point favorites in this one.
10.5?
Yes, 10.5. I like them to win. I don't like them to cover.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that the Monday nighter?
Yes.
Sunday nighter.
Monday nighter.
Monday?
Yeah. Our Sunday night game's Bills Titans.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, sorry, Bills Titans is Monday. Who's our Sunday nighter, Reed?
Well, Houston Indy must be a Sunday nighter.
That can't be. They wouldn't put them in that primetime game, you think? I can't see it, man. Our Sunday night game is... Oh, I'm on week 3 here. Week 6. Who is our Sunday nighter? Yeah, Monday's but Seahawks Steelers.
That's a Sunday nighter.
Is our Sunday nighter. Yeah. Bills Titans is Monday.
Bet the Colts.
Disgusting. Take them to win.
Yeah.
Not to cover. I don't think. But that's
we going baseball route?
No, we got fantasy booms and busts.
Oh, yeah.
After we take a minute break, Reed. Just
I'm in favor of this break.
A tiny little break.
Okay.
About a 2 or 3 second break. And then we will go into booms and busts. And then we'll go into baseball. So on that note. And we're back. We're back, Reed.
Back.
Everybody's favorite segment. Everybody loves booms and busts. They like the information that they can obtain from our...
Guess what?
What?
I actually came prepared today.
Come on. You wrote down booms and busts.
You're damn right.
You're not just going to ride my coattails here.
No, I got my own.
Wow.
So we'll see. Let's compare.
Okay. Let's start with the QBs. Mm-hmm. You want me to lead out? Or you want to? Let's start with the booms on the QBs.
Just throw a guy out there. I'll see who.
Big Ben against Seattle.
Not on my list.
I like him this week.
Okay.
Derek Carr versus Denver.
Not on my list either, but yeah. MVP discussion, so got to put him in.
Well, not anymore, I don't think. I think he's rapidly fell out of that.
I'll give him another week.
Baker Mayfield against Cards.
Also not on my list.
But I like him this week. Let's compare notes then, Reed. Who's on your boom?
I'm booming Josh Allen.
Well, yeah.
Booming Dak Prescott again. He's going to torch the Patriots.
Oh, for sure he will.
Yeah. And I actually like Jared Goff this week. I think the Lions and Bengals will get into a shootout.
Oh my God! You and these Lions.
Yeah.
You gotta let it go, man.
No.
They're horrible.
No.
They're horrible, and Jared Goff just isn't that good. I hate to break it to you.
And Aaron Rodgers should play well against Chicago.
If I'm not mistaken, you sat Tom Brady in fantasy.
I did.
And you're gonna start Jared Goff this week.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's
I can't believe
bold.
you do that. But
Yeah.
if you believe in them, hey, fly at her. Who am I to stop you? Nobody. That's your team. So
Very true.
let's
I'm busted. We're going over to bust.
Yes. Or you want to lead us out on the bus?
I'm busting Patrick Mahomes this week.
Okay.
Stingy Washington D.
Ooh, they should be stingier than they are,
But anyone who has Patrick Mahomes, you probably don't have a viable option on the bench.
that's true. You probably stream your backup when he's on a bye,
We're
right?
getting into like whatever, but still, I'm busting Mahomes, and I'm busting Kyler Murray also. If you have another option other than Kyler Murray, yeah, they're playing the Browns, dude. Well, what the Chargers did put up a big number on the Browns last
I like Herbert more than I like Kyler Murray, though.
But yeah, I don't know. You probably don't have an option or another option other than Murray, but I'm busting Murray regardless.
Wow.
You can do what you want.
That's those are two big off the record, not off the record. What do I want to say here? Unorthodox busts.
I like the Cards to win the game, but I don't think Murray's stat line will be
Okay.
overly great. And then I'm gonna bust Ryan Tannehill also playing Buffalo.
Probably a safe play. Yep. You went
Who do you-
two crazy picks and then one safe one. So
Who do you got busting?
I got Justin Fields against the Packers. You can do much better than Justin this weekend, as you can most weekends. He just hasn't been very good. Jacoby Brissett against the Jags. That's our London game. That's a no-brainer. And Sam Darnold against the Vikings. I'm busting Sammy this week.
I'm gonna boom Sam this week.
You're going to boom him
He's
as
gotta,
well.
He's got to have a good game this week.
I don't think he is. The Vikings defense is good. It's okay.
I think this is a game where he's gotta show up this week.
Yeah, the Vikings aren't going to hand it to him.
No.
I think Kirk's going to go for over 300 yards and 3 tutties as he usually does. So Sam better be prepared to match that.
Moving over.
Running backs, booms. Lead us out, Reed.
Booming Melvin Gordon this week against Vegas.
Against the Raiders.
I'm going to boom Josh Jacobs also, the other running back in that game. Opposing team.
We match on that one. I have Jacobs booming as well.
And booming Najee Harris also.
And we match on that one as well. 2 of 3, Reed. Not bad.
Who do you got?
The one we don't match on is Aaron Jones versus the Bears.
Okay.
I'm booming Aaron Jones. You're probably going to start him regardless, but I do like him this week. I think the Packers are going to easily take care of business in Chicago, and maybe I'm just blind to the Bears this year. I don't know, but I'd like to give him as little credit as humanly possible. You know, that seems to be my forte. But so Jones, Harris, and Jacobs, and Reed likes Gordon as well. So. Busts. Let's go running back busts, Reed.
I'm going to bust Damian Harris.
From the Pats?
From the Pats.
Okay.
He should have a decent workload, but I just don't trust their offense enough.
They're going to chase points, I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
Against Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good bust. He's not on my list, but...
It's a tough call, but I'll bust him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bust Eckler also.
We match on that one. And who else?
And I got Aaron Jones busting.
Really? Okay. We match on Eckler, so that's a for sure bust. Don't start him. For the love of God, if he's on your fantasy team, don't start him.
Who?
Eckler. We matched on that one.
Yeah.
I have Chuba Hubbard against the Vikings. Much as it pains me to put him on my bust list.
Okay.
That Vikings D is pretty solid. And I'm busting Zeke against the Pats. I don't think Zeke's going to have another 100-yard and a touchdown day.
Okay.
I think he's going to be...
I think the Cowboys are going to score like 70 points.
I don't think it's going to get that out of hand, but I don't think Zeke will be the stud he has been for the past 3 weeks.
Okay.
So, wide receivers, Reed. Booms. Who you booming?
CeeDee Lamb, get him in there.
CeeDee Lamb against the Pats. Okay.
Devontae Adams, put him in.
That's a no-brainer.
I'm going to boom DeAndre Hopkins also. He's been a little quiet this year, but about time for him to
Not huge yardage totals, but he's actually finding the end zone, which is nice. So
I'll boom him too.
Well, we don't match on any of them, Reed.
Okay.
My booms this week: Deontay Johnson versus the Seahawks. Steelers wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
OBJ against the Cards. Booming them.
It's about time for him to have a good game, you think?
It's been like 3 years. I think he's going to show up. And Cooper Kupp against the Giants. Kind of a no-brainer as well. But I especially like him against a weak Giants team. So.
Okay.
And busts. Let's slide over to the busts.
I'm going to bust Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf.
Both of them?
Yeah, I don't know. Can't trust. You're probably at a point in your fantasy season where, like, this will be an important week to win.
It's critical, especially for a guy like me who's 1-4.
So if you got somebody maybe a little bit more trustworthy than Geno Smith to trust, I would maybe go elsewhere. But
we match on DK. So.
I don't know if you could I don't know if you could realistically sit Lockett though.
Well, DK's tough to sit too, but I would sit him this week. I think if Geno's going to go with anyone, I think it'll be Lockett. I agree. Okay. So
tread lightly in Seattle.
Yes.
And I'm going to bust. I don't think the Vikings are going to put up a whole bunch of points, so I'll bust Jefferson.
Okay, that's a big bust.
And I'll bust Brandon Cooks.
For Houston.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough. So we matched on DK. I'm going to bust A.J. Brown against the Bills. I think the Bills are going to lock him down pretty easily. And as much as it pains me to say this one, because I'm a big fan, Terry McLaurin, busting him against the Chiefs.
Okay.
Bold prediction.
Yeah.
I just don't like this matchup for McLaurin. But tight ends. Tight ends, Reed. Boom. Let's go booms.
Evan Ingram's going to be the man that Danny Jones throws to all day. Unfortunately, he'll get some targets, so I'll boom. I've been busting Ingram a lot, but I'm going to boom him this week.
Okay.
I'm going to boom Higbee also.
And that's against the Rams, right?
With the Rams. Higbee's on the Rams. Yeah.
Sorry, but Ingram's playing the Rams.
Oh, yeah, they play each other.
Okay. And you boomed Higbee?
Okay. Yeah, and you got to think Travis Kelce's going to come back, have a good game.
Okay. We don't match on any, but that's okay. I'm booming Austin Hooper against the Cards. I'm booming Dawson Knox against the Titans. It's Buffalo's tight end. And I'm booming Mark Gesicki, Dolphins tight end against the Jags. Gonna have a big day.
I'd put Gesicki in there too.
Yeah.
Whenever I watch the Dolphins, he's always catching balls.
Yeah, he gets like 10 targets every game.
And I don't even think anybody in our league has him. Do they?
Oh, he's got to be on someone's roster, I would think.
I was looking.
Tight end pool's pretty thin, so
yeah,
someone's got to have him. Whether or not they're starting him or not is a different story. But busts. Who you busting at the tight end position?
I'm gonna stay away from the Colts tight ends, Cox and Doyle. They seem to be just like Goddard and Ertz.
Yeah, you try and pick the right
back and
one.
forth.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's impossible. I'm actually busting Knox this week.
Dawson Knox?
Yeah.
Wow. He's coming off 2 good games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he'll quiet down a bit.
Okay.
And I wrote I don't know, I wrote Njoku down, but I'm kind of changing my mind on him.
He's hurt too. He's questionable. Yeah.
Cleveland.
That's why I went with Hooper.
Cleveland. Who's Cleveland? They're playing the Cards.
Yeah. I boomed Hooper, but I would have boomed Njoku if I knew he was 100% healthy.
Does Chubb being out have any impact on Cleveland's receivers? Probably not really.
They've run the ball a lot.
Hunt will run the ball enough where they'll still score some points.
I think Baker will drop back more this game than you've seen him drop back all year, though.
So maybe get a couple Cleveland receivers in your lineup.
Yeah, I got OBJ and I got Hooper.
Who else? What other receivers does Cleveland have? Peoples Jones.
Yeah, Peoples Jones. Geez, I don't even know. To be honest with you.
Maybe if you're looking for a receiver this week,
Peoples Jones.
Go look at the Cleveland Browns depth chart at wide receiver maybe.
Yeah, I like Cleveland this week. I think that game's going to be a shootout as well.
I did bust. I don't know. That's a tough one.
So who are your busts at tight end?
I busted Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
That quarterback. But
you did.
I can't get a good read on that game. I don't know how that game's going to go. But you're right. Baker probably will throw the ball lots.
I think he will. More often than not. That water bottle is fucked.
Maybe I should throw it in the garbage.
Well, you think? It's fucked. And it has an Oilers logo on it. That's disgusting as well. Sick.
This jug cost me $7, Chad.
What, 15 years ago?
No, I bought this about 4 months ago. Speaking of things that break.
Yeah? What?
That mug. Or that jug.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Water bottle.
Where'd you get it? Sport Check?
I bought it at United Cycle.
In Edmonton?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's alright. It lasted me a ball season.
No, so it probably had a rough life. You're kicking it around the dugout and whatnot. So
True.
Nothing wrong with that. My bust this weekend at the tight end position, Noah Fant.
Yeah.
Busting him against the Raiders. Hunter Henry busting him against the Cowboys. And Dan Arnold, Jags tight end, busting him against Miami.
Isn't he the guy who the Panthers just traded?
Yeah. Jacksonville's super high on him. They love him. But I don't know. He hasn't done anything to impress me. Defenses, Reed. Boom and bust. Who's your booms? Let's go. Come on.
Dallas Cowboys. Boom.
Boom.
Green Bay is a play. You guys, if you have Green Bay, put them in.
Okay.
And
not often you'll be able to boom that defense.
I think you got to boom Pittsburgh too this week.
We match on the Steelers, Reed.
Okay.
I think that's a no-brainer. I'm also booming the Raiders D this week against Denver. Okay. Denver's offense is shit. It's garbage.
I put them in the...
But Teddy will be back.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me to call.
He was back last week, was quiet, but I think Teddy will... I think he's going to get swallowed up by the Raiders D.
Okay.
And I'm booming the Vikings against the Panthers. There's a common thread here, Reed. I'm really believing in the Vikings this weekend.
Yep.
Busts. Who you busting at defense?
Tennessee's usually a good play, but not this week. They're getting a Bills offense that's...
We match on that one, yeah.
Don't put Tennessee in.
No. No, stream literally anyone else other than Tennessee.
I'm busting Carolina. Carolina's typically okay. You can get away with them. Not this week. And the Chargers, stay away from the Chargers defense also. They're playing a good Baltimore team.
I busted the Ravens.
Okay.
And I
would agree with that one also.
And I busted the Bears.
Defenses are you can get away with probably putting a different defense in every week.
Yeah, it's largely matchup based. Yeah. You could get away with streaming your defenses. Unless you have like...
Is there really a defense
I was just going to say, how many elite defenses do we have left in the NFL? Everybody's spending all their money on quarterbacks. So, yeah, in terms of a defense you can start week in and week out, I don't think there is one anymore.
Perhaps Tampa Bay would be the only one.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember like 5 years ago, though, like if you had like the 49ers defense, you started them every week.
Or Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those days are gone. That's a good point. The fantasy landscape is changing. But yeah. So that concludes Boom and Bust, Reed. And that concludes the football portion of the show. Let's slide over to baseball.
There is some baseball going on in life, too.
Since the last time we have addressed everybody, the Dodgers won the NLDS Game 5 over the Giants on a horrible check swing call.
Yeah.
He did not go around.
No.
Now, would he have swung and whiffed at the next pitch? Who knows? But we'll never know.
No.
And I think that was just a horrible way to end the NLDS. It wasn't even close, Reed. That he
the
went
check
around.
swings have been a heated debate for years.
Oh,
Perhaps the most controversial thing in baseball, to be honest.
As it should be, because Buddy did not break his wrist at all. And he might have moved, I don't know, 16 inches, 18 inches.
I think they look at the hands. If your hands move a certain amount forward, I think that's what they look at nowadays.
Across the plate or what?
Yeah.
And wrists. If you break your wrist, it's a strike, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. The San Fran fans were pissed with good reason, I think. But it was 2 outs already. I mean, who knows? It could have been a nothing call, but we'll never know, right?
Yeah.
So, ugly way to end it. A blemish on what's been a fantastic baseball postseason thus far. But the Dodgers will go ahead and play the Braves. And that series opens up tonight.
It does.
In L.A. Right?
I can't recall.
They had the better record.
Yeah.
But they were a wild card team. So what does that mean?
It's got to be LA.
Well, let's put out information that's factual. They go to Atlanta.
Do they?
Yes. They're going to Atlanta.
You're right.
Of course I'm right.
You usually are.
I'm right like 98% of the time.
I'm right about 64% of the time.
That might be an overshot.
Maybe.
Just fucking with you, Reed.
Does that matter in the series, do you think?
Home field?
We're going to 7 games now. And I believe they go 2, and then 3, and then 2.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's not 2, 2, 1, 1, 1.
Oh, okay.
It's 2, 3, 2.
Is that
so I don't even know.
new?
No, they've been doing that for a while.
Okay. So
I said this before. I don't think home field advantage is that important in baseball.
Yes, you have said that before. I was going to bring that up, and I didn't disagree with you. But watching those games, I don't know, made me think a little differently. That home crowd, epic.
In
anywhere.
Yeah.
It really doesn't seem to matter.
It is a real crowd again.
Yeah, it's baseball playoffs, and I don't know. I think home field does matter a little bit. Like we talked about, though, I think it's arguably more important in basketball. You can actually hear what
Football,
the fans
maybe.
are saying to you in basketball, right? Yeah,
you got the waiver people when you're taking free throws.
Yeah,
you got
all that stuff, right? So, yeah, and they're shit talking you from this, from courtside, and
very true.
And it's a little, I'd say, arguably, it's most important in the NBA. But
yeah, you're right.
Predictions on the series, Reed. Do you think the Braves can run with the Dodgers in this one? Freddie Freeman's been real good, but takes
Braves
more
are
than one
missing
guy.
Acuna still.
Yep. Ozzie Albies was good in the NLDS.
I think this will be a quick dismantling.
4-0. Get the brooms.
I'll say the Braves win 1 game. And Dodgers in 5. I'll say.
So they'll split, and then LA will go home and clean it up. They'll split in Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Yeah, Braves will win 1 in Atlanta.
Okay.
And then they'll close it out shortly thereafter.
Okay. I have no reason to disagree with you. I like the Dodgers in this series. And the Braves won 88 games. Decent enough ball club, but they have the benefit of a soft division too. So, yeah,
The Dodgers lineup they're clicking in.
They're so good. Just take a peruse down that lineup and you'll realize how good they are.
I thought the Yankees lineup was good, but Dodgers is even better.
Yeah, I agree. That game starts 6:08 p.m. Mountain Time. And also, our ALCS currently going, up and running.
Yeah.
Boston up 4-0. We're at the bottom of the first inning. Boston's up 4-0 over Houston. Houston has a 1-0 lead in this series already.
Mm-hmm.
Predictions on this one, Reed?
I believe I said Red Sox in 6 last show.
Did you? Okay.
I'm going to stay with it. I'll stick with that prediction.
Okay.
Red Sox in 6.
Game 1, Altuve hit that 2-run shot, and Carrera hit one as well. And Enrique Hernandez, that was for Houston. Enrique Hernandez hit 2 home runs for Boston in that game. I don't know anything about this guy.
Boston's got a solid lineup.
Obviously, yeah.
Both those teams are really good.
They dispatched the Rays pretty easily.
Yeah, it'll come down to pitching. I think McCullers is out for Houston.
He is, yes.
That's not good. Not good at all.
I seen that. So I got a little extra interest in this one, knowing that Mattress Mac he has like $3 million riding on the Astros, and he said, what did he say? I think if they come out of this series, he's going to put even more money down. So he's going to have like $5 million riding on the Astros to win the World Series here pretty quick. Can you imagine throwing that kind of money down? Boy, that'd make watching the games awful exciting. I get excited when I got $5 riding on it.
It's a lot of money.
Imagine $5 million.
There's a better way to spend $5 million than betting on sports, I think.
I don't know. You turn that 5 into 35. That's a pretty good
return
on investment.
I don't even know who this guy is. I got to look him up.
Yeah. All you guys out there, have a look at this guy. He's older than dirt, too, but loves to gamble. Just loves it. Obviously a single man. I can't see any wife tolerating that type of nonsense. Hey, honey, I'm just going to go drop 2 schmil on the Stros to win the World Series.
Yeah, I don't know.
My wife would string me up. Or what? It's ludicrous.
I would, yeah.
But I mean, I'm pulling for the dude. Be cool. Anything else on baseball you want to touch on, Reed?
Nope.
You got the Dodgers in 5 and the Stros in 6.
I think this will be I don't know. When Mookie was traded from Boston to LA, I thought that was a mistake for Boston, but
they're back.
It was a large salary dump.
Yes. Yeah.
So
they knew they were going to have to pay him, right?
So I think we'll get a Mookie Dodgers, Mookie Red Sox reunion, I'll say.
In the World Series.
The
Dodgers, Red Sox.
But it's tough because the Astros starting pitchers need to show up. I don't even know who they have in that rotation anymore because Verlander's not pitching.
I don't think so.
He's hurt.
No.
McCullers is hurt. I think Greinke's still there.
Yes, I believe he is.
But Greinke can't pitch 7 games.
Did he come from Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Greinke? Yeah, Greinke's won a World Series, I think, with the Astros. Yeah, he was there for that cheating year, I think.
Yeah. They were accused of cheating again this year. White Sox. Because they put up like 20 runs at home, and then they went to Comiskey and put up like nothing, right?
Yeah.
So then they're like, okay, there's something going on here, but I mean, that's a pretty loose claim. I mean, how do you make that claim?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't put it past them, but that's hardly concrete evidence that they're cheating. So, NBA, read a little bit of NBA, Wheatland League to close it out, and that's a show. NBA, Zion, no timeline for his return to the Pelicans. Zion had surgery on his right foot this offseason. They expect he'll be out another 2 weeks, but they said they'll see. He's healing up nicely. He's obviously the biggest piece of the Pelicans. So they, I don't know. I think they're going to be quiet again this year. Like, they have a ton of draft picks, but those must be coming up because they didn't do much in the draft this year.
Yeah, I don't know. But man, did Ingram ever have a hell of a year last year?
Yep. Did he win Most Improved?
I don't know, but he was. I don't know. Was he their best player last year?
Oh yeah, I would say so.
Zion
was good too, though.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Who was that third guy? Steven Adams, was he there?
Not the whole season.
Who's the other guy I'm thinking of? Bledsoe was there for a bit.
A little bit.
They need some depth though.
Yes.
They need something other than those two guys.
Yeah.
It's not going to be any different. But they got
Was Josh Hart there last year?
Can't remember.
I think.
JJ Redick was there. At some point last 2 years.
JJ retired this offseason.
Did he?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, but the Pelicans, they did make a trade. Did they? They have Valanciunas now, I believe.
Yeah, I believe he went there.
That's a good addition.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that actually happened first, but
I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. Yeah, Valanciunas, he was really good for Memphis last year. He, I don't know if you play any NBA FanDuel, but he was almost a lock to, as long as the salary was, and it was under like $7,000 most nights.
Yeah, they traded
that dude had put up like 40 points. FanDuel points, right? So
they'll be better this year. For sure.
Yeah, they should be. Yeah, and if Zion's 100% healthy. Zion was like 27, 7, and 6 or something, or 5 last year. He was good. Real good. It was just quiet because they didn't have a very good team or a very good season. So,
I just can't get over the fact that they named their team the Pelicans.
What were they before?
The Hornets.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. What else would you name them?
I don't know.
The New Orleans basketball team? Like the Washington football team?
No, I like teams with names are better.
I hate that. Like, just pick a name already. It's been 2 years. But they probably have to run it through 85 different channels and minority groups and to make sure it all checks out so nobody's offended, right? And I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Zion, yeah, he will miss, arguably 2 weeks of the regular season. But not a big deal as long as he's healthy. And LiAngelo Ball, the last Ball brother, I believe.
Yeah.
Going to the G League. The Hornets G League team. So the Hornets are very tight with the Ball family, supposedly. And LaMelo, obviously, the starting point guard there. And LiAngelo will get his shot in the G League. So we'll see how that goes. Wheatland League. Reed, I came live from the game twice on our page. Raiders went up to Bonnieville last night. Cruised to a 48-0 win. That's an undefeated regular season for the Raiders and a winless season for Bonnieville. They finished 0-5. St. Paul went to Cold Lake. Boy, I couldn't have got this one more wrong. I said that should be a closer game. St. Paul crushed them 48-0 as well. And the comp went down to Wainwright and beat them 42-16. So not much. Yeah. Not much of an exciting weekend, but that being said, that's the end of the regular season. And the Raiders have a bye now. We don't play again until the 29th. So I don't know how that works, but because there's only 6 teams.
Does Wheatland crown a champ? They crown a champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a playoff start now for Wheatland.
Yes, next weekend, but we're off. So I don't know.
So it is still possible for another comp holy match. Game.
More than likely, that's what it's going to look like. Yeah. I'd be surprised if the comp lost before they got to us. So I'd be very surprised. But that being said, that wraps up another Wheatland season. We'll keep you up to date on playoffs, provincials.
And if that game were ever to happen, it would be at Holy, right?
Correct. I'm pretty sure we're at home for the. Other than provincials, right? We're gonna be at home the rest of the season. So,
well earned, I would care to say.
Yeah, I was just telling you before we got on. Points for 272, points against 7. So
that's pretty nuts.
They took care of business every weekend and look good doing it. So we'll see what happens. Nothing's a for sure, especially in high school football. But yeah, so. That being said, Reed, that's all I got. I got nothing else. Man, we must have got started late. It's almost 3 o'clock already. I got work to do.
Yeah, we better jet. It's been too long.
I got lots of work to do already. God damn it.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. As always, you can catch us YouTube, Google, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Audible, wherever you get your content from. Enjoy your weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful. It's beautiful here. And it's supposed to be even nicer tomorrow. So enjoy it. And on that note, Reed, we're out.